Hi YouTube, it's T. I know it's been a very long time. You guys haven't seen me or heard from me. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I've been dealing with life. It's been about 6 weeks, and um, during that 6 weeks, a lot of changes has taken place in my life personally, and few changes in the pregnancy. So we're going to start off from week 23 up until today. Today I am 28 weeks, I'm sorry. Today I'm 28 weeks and 5 days pregnant. So that's 7 months and almost a week. Yay! Thank God I made it. I've had a lot of scares, but I've managed to get through them because I I'm sure I'll know when I'm in actual labor. Um, we'll start from 23 weeks. When I was 23 weeks, I was 201 pounds and 2 ounces. I recently moved, so I don't know where my tape measure is whatsoever. I don't know my size around or anything, but I do know that the baby in my fundus is measuring perfectly. Um, I had my glucose test done at on April 16th, and around that time I was 27 weeks and 4 days pregnant. I got the results back today. I went to the doctors this morning and doctor said the test came back perfect. She said all the blood work was good and normal. My iron, she said it was normal but yet still on the low side. So she wants me to take iron supplements in conjunction with my prenatal vitamins. I have noticed that I haven't really been eating a lot of meat. It's not really by choice, it's just that I don't know if maybe I'm lazy or maybe I don't really have the energy. I'm sorry I keep on looking away. I'm trying to find something to focus on while I speak to you. But I don't know if it's me being lazy or me being exhausted, but sometimes I just don't feel the energy to cook my meals. And another thing, like when I'm cooking or when I cook my meals, it doesn't taste the same to me as when I cook when I'm not pregnant. So I don't know what's up with that. So let's see. 23 weeks. Um I will say this, from 23 weeks to um 26 weeks, I've had an extreme amount of Braxton Hicks contractions. My Braxton Hicks contractions haven't been painful unless I move with them. I will say that they are extremely uncomfortable and I do have to breathe through them. Um, but if I try to move, let's say I'm in the middle of a contraction and I try to get up, then it puts me in pain. Tolerable, and I'm pretty much tolerable with pain. I'm not the type to scream and make a whole bunch of noise and all that stuff when I'm in pain. I just deal with it. I guess it's like a broken heart. You just got to deal with it too, right? But let's see. With the contractions, I also experience a lot of pressure in my genitals. And of course, my stomach gets super tight while it's contracting, and I just feel like the force of gravity pulling downward. So that was from 23 weeks to 26 weeks. And as I said today, I'm 28 weeks and 5 days. And during week 27 and 28, I have had contractions, but it hasn't been nothing like what I experienced from 23 weeks to 26 weeks. Um, I guess it has to do with, me moving and the change of events in my life, and me dealing with my 6-year-old and my 15-month-old, and constantly busy every single day. I I try to find time to rest, but it's quite hard. Yes, baby. That's my little extra, my little background right there. So it's quite hard for me to get rest. I'm trying. I know the doctors, both from the ER. Yes, I've had quite a few ER visits in the last 6 weeks. Thank God. Let's get to the chase. My baby is and seems to appear to be extremely strong and healthy. I still don't know the sex. I'm still leaning towards a certain gender, and I'll get more into that when I talk about my doctor's visit today. Um, let's see. I suffered a fall, a pretty bad fall. It was raining on this particular day. It was, let's see here. It was on April 12th. I had brought my 15-month-old. She was 14 months at the time. I brought her to her first dentist appointment, and it was raining that day. When I left from out of the dental office, I had her in my hand in my pocketbook, and I put my pocketbook on the inside front passenger seat, and I put her down. Then I picked her back up and reached forward to open her door, and as I did that, my left foot just slid from under me. I don't know if it's because it was raining and I had on some Nike flip-flops, not the one with the wedge, but the regular one with the band across your forefoot, and socks. And I don't know if it has to do with my balance, me being off balance during in this pregnancy, or if it had to do with the rain and it was the side of the sidewalk. It wasn't like actual concrete. It looked like granite, how some countertops look. It looked like that right there on the curb. And my foot slipped on that and I fell with my baby in my hand, unfortunately. Thank God that my baby never hit the ground whatsoever. As a mother and as her protector, of course I'm gonna endure and suffer anything I gotta suffer through to make sure she's all right, and for her safety. Excuse me. So yeah, so I did fall, and when I fell, my left foot slid from under me. It slid from under me, and I fell, bam, real hard. I felt it all the way up in my grind. I felt that instant pressure in my genitals. I fell on my bottom, thank God. But it was hard. And then my right ankle, no, not my ankle, my right big toe and the toe next to it, the top of it was scraped. I don't know how that happened, but oh well. So this happened around 9:30, 9:40 or something in the morning. So I ended up in the emergency room for about 12 hours. They were monitoring my contractions. Yes, I was having the contractions regularly. And they were monitoring, checking me out, checking the baby out, make sure my placenta was still intact, and making sure I didn't have any inside hemorrhaging and stuff like that. It was, man, it was a stressful time in that ER. Once I got over to maternity, which they should have transferred me there instantly, but unfortunately I got stuck with PAs and, you know, the little new graduates and stuff, and they don't know how to deal with pregnant people and these kind of injuries and stuff. So it was real frustrating, very, very frustrating. I had my baby there for like the first hour and a half or 2 hours, and then a friend of mine came and got her. But all I was thinking about was either get me out of this ER and over to maternity, or get me the hell out of here, so I'm gonna just walk out, because I'd rather tolerate the pain and stuff that I was going through at home than to sit in a room with nobody checking on you. It was a horrible experience, and I missed my my baby the most. I miss my son too, but you know, he's older and he can express himself and explain things or whatever, but I was just missing her, and I wanted to make sure she was all right. So they monitored me and stuff like that, and they said I wasn't in, um, hard labor. They said I wasn't in labor. And I didn't feel like I was in labor. I just knew I was having contractions. I felt them, and, my back was killing me, and I kept having a pain up the side of my stomach, as well as really, really low by the top of my vagina, my pelvic area. I had bad pain there, and I still have the pain on and off to this day. It seems to be worse in my back. The center of my back feels like it's open sometime, like there's a big space that is just full of pain. Sometimes my hips hurt, um, and I know that it's because the fall had to do with it. Okay, let's see here. So that fall happened on April the 12th, and I was 27 weeks in one day. Um, I already went over the glucose test with you guys. I had that done when I was 27 weeks and 5 days. Yeah, 27 weeks and 5 days. And I got the results back from today, um, from today's doctor's appointment. Okay, so my symptoms as of now for 28 weeks. Um, Still have Braxton Hicks contractions, but not constantly. I'll probably have them a couple times throughout the day, but it's nothing really bothersome. Um, I've been noticing for the last week and a half, I'm suffering from numbness. If I lay on the side too long, or if I fall asleep, I'll wake up, my shoulder is numb, my hands mostly. Oh, it's in the morning time, my hands are numb, and it's really uncomfortable, like numb. It takes a while for me to get the blood circulating, and I don't lay on my hands. So I don't know. I forgot to mention that to the my midwife today, but I'll call her and figure it out. Um, I was concerned about me having diabetes, but thank God she said I passed the diabetes screening well, because the reason why I was concerned is because the other day I was making some homemade hamburgers for my son, and the following morning, I woke up and I saw burn marks all over my wrists, and let me see, like burn marks. I can't. Let me see it right there, like that. It's right here and stuff, and I don't remember feeling the oil pop up on me and burn me or whatever. And it's like I got like 3 or 4 of them on my forearm. So I was like, wow, I didn't feel that and stuff. So I was wondering, oh God, do I have diabetes? I'm getting burnt and don't even know when my skin is getting burnt and stuff. Hey, mommy, hang on. So, um, also during the last couple of weeks, I noticed that I poop quite often. TMI. Get over it if you're squeamish. I'm a pregnant woman. This is what we gotta go through. But never in my life have I been able to poop 2, 3 times a day with ease. Like in the beginning of the pregnancy, I had to drink prune juice just to go, and now it's normal, like 2, 3 times a day, and I'm glad for it. Um, from 23 weeks up until now, my weight gain has been 10 pounds. So I put on 10 pounds, and I'm always tired and exhausted, but I gotta do the best I can. Um, let's see. I'm short of breath still, but I feel like I breathe heavier versus me trying to say, whew, catch my breath and stuff. I do that, but when I'm on the phone or when I'm talking to someone, I feel like I'm breathing like a hog. I'd be like, stuff like that. So, the baby's movement. Baby is a busy, busy baby. The movements feel like rolling and breakdancing now. And speaking of my appointment that I had today, the doctor, my midwife was listening to the baby's heartbeat and said, "Oh, heartbeat sounds beautiful." And she was telling me about the wives' tales of, if your baby's heartbeat is in a certain range, it can lead to this sex, or they say it's this sex or the other. And I don't know if I told you guys before, but I feel like I'm having a little boy. A lot of people that know me and that a few people that know me and know that I am pregnant, think I'm having a boy as well. I'm carrying completely different from how I was carrying with my daughter. It seems similar to how I was carrying my son. Um, my belly is hideable, and when I say hideable, I could put certain clothes on and people don't know I'm pregnant. I went to a class yesterday, and one lady was like, please, no offense, but are you pregnant? Because I know you said you had a 15-month-old, so I was thinking maybe you still have a little baby, a baby pouch from your 15-month-old or something, but I was just curious. I said, no, I'm 7 months pregnant. She said, wow, you carry beautifully. I'm like, really? Thanks. But yeah, baby is busy. And the midwife was saying the heartbeat matches up with a boy's range of heartbeat. And I was like, I don't want to know the sex. She said, I don't know the sex. I'm just telling you the wife's tale. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, but I don't want to know the sex of my baby. I want to experience that surprise at the end. I'm eager. I'm 28, so 20, 37. I have 9 weeks. 9 weeks until the baby is full term. My midwife did mention, this is a long video, guys, sorry, but I had to fill you in. My midwife did mention that there is a strong possibility that I can go in way before my due date because um, I had my kids less than my 15-month-old and this baby will be less than 18 months apart. She said I got pregnant fast, and usually when you get pregnant fast, there's a chance that you can go into early labor, especially with all these Braxton Hicks. So I believe that's it. Um, let's do the belly shot. I have popped, but as I said, when I put on certain clothes, it's definitely hideable. You guys tell me what you think about my belly shape and Tell me what you think the gender might be. Let's play a guessing game. Also, I need some names. Give me some names if it's a boy and some names if it's a girl. I need strong names, names with meaning, because this is my little miracle baby. And I'm doing what I gotta do for my kids. Single moms rock. So, let's get to the belly shot. And there we are. Here's my bump. From the side. See? And from the other side. And this is from the front. From the side. My little person. And the other side. Yep. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. My boobs, oh gosh, they are huge. When I say huge, I mean huge. Everything is uncomfortable. I had to wear the genie bras or whatever you call them. And they're comfortable up here, but under here it's like it's suffocating me. Oh, the joys of pregnancy. Thank God for our blessings, people. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I can never say that word. I noticed I got quite a few new subscribers while I was on my little MIA. But add me to your address boxes on your YouTube if you want to send me anything that's personal, and we can talk. And see you guys soon. See you on my next update. Bye.